okay.
So before I leave them in the dark,
Well-
I'll say, I'm going to be heading this way. You might want to not leave the light. It's very dark down here. So I will kind of amble in this direction. You can see that leads back to the pool over there.
Hey, James, slow down. Remember, we're clearing rooms, so stick with us so we can clear this room. Remember your training.
I remember. Like I said, there's no one else down here still.
Yeah, you're not a mind reader.
One moment.
And you're not. So come on. We don't know if there's nobody. Just be careful.
Alright, phone call. But yeah, I'm waiting for Kerman to just catch up or make sure he's here.
Oh, yeah. Hold on.
And then just checking
guys
out the
finally moved out of
huge
my
pile of bodies. This man over here also died the same way, didn't he?
Yes.
Okay. And
So,
yeah,
upon
go ahead.
further inspection now, I can't really draw this shit on the map. It takes too long to do that kind of stuff. But
Understandably.
there is a definitive blood trail starting at the stairs and leading to the pile of corpses. You see, it is, of course, very large. That's a lot of bodies.
That's a lot of bodies by any measure.
It's definitely
yes,
more people than live in this village, probably.
Definitely more people than live in this village. Not only that, probably more people than live within the vicinity of the area.
Wow.
Scotland.
Okay.
Scotland is a very highly populated place. The population density of Scotland is very low.
I suppose maybe someone could have been taken from Edinburgh every now and then and maybe not be missed, but this many?
But with this pile, you notice the kill is a lot more efficient. Every single corpse in this pile seems to have a single wound in the center of the chest that looks like they were laid down and just stabbed a single time with a knife.
Oh dear.
James, with your knowledge with medical history, this is a sacrificial killing.
Yep.
These murders, these are sacrificial.
Yeah, between the evidence and the banter from before and the strange things going around, it does definitely line up. Alright. Well, Kingsley and Gerben, you are definitely correct. Maybe this is a little bit above our pay grade.
It's a little genocidal.
Just slightly.
Yeah. Well, they grabbed a dog and they stabbed it in the. God damn it, man! This is
Here, I
some
thought only
Satanist
Armenians could
shit.
do this kind of thing. But here it is.
We found hell. We're in hell right now.
Yeah. So, about that turning around and going back the way we came.
You know, I'm not so certain about that, though.
So you'd rather press onward into Terra Incognita and meet the party responsible for regularly importing people from other places and then killing them within hours? Or you'd rather go back the way that we know is safe?
No, my argument is that I don't think the way back is safe. I don't think the town is safe. Not given all of this and the impression I got off of the dear priest we met.
Sorry, safer.
It is... I think it's debatable.
Yes, it would be arguable.
We could always flee into the woods now and hope we can get back to Edinburgh without intercepting anyone.
Well, if the entire town is in on it, which,
We'd have to go back in town and grab Shaw, though, and then they would know we'd have left.
Well, I'd kind of feel bad if I left Shaw in a town full of genocidal Satanists.
As would I. I growing rather concerned with. Where is he, by the way? He didn't
We
come
left
with
him
you.
back in town where we thought
Where
he
he's safe. Where he's safe in town, so
stayed.
you don't have to worry.
And West is just going to like put his hand to his head and just like lean up against the wall. Oh, it's German territory all over again.
Kind of wasn't expecting this. I mean, I've heard a lot about Scotland, but I wasn't expecting this.
Oh, ow.
Oh. So what now then? As you said, pressing forward is definitely dangerous, and
Gonna repeat
so is going
turning ar-
backwards.
Gonna repeat turning around and going back up the pit that we know. Considering that we haven't yet run into the people who made this, and they weren't outside the last time we looked, but might actually be ahead of us. I mean, the bodies keep getting fresher and more numerous. You know, I'm kind of done talking. You've got the flashlight. Do what you want.
I'll just like look back at Kingsley.
Come on, man, let's go. Your friend's dead. Sorry, but your friend's dead. Or the killer. I don't know which is worse.
I don't think I believe that he's a killer, but I think he was actually going to be killed, but he's not among these bodies.
Well,
So-
apparently they just kill people and leave them lying around random spots. So
So
Maybe
much
the-
I don't understand about all of this.
Maybe those people survived and crawled away there. That's where they died. They were brought to the pile. They made it out somehow.
So I suppose I
There.
could always pose the question to the GM here. Could I roll mythos knowledge? What all of this ritualizing is about?
Sure.
Maybe that could provide some answer.
Oh, I have an idea. Is there an animal that hunts like this?
No.
I mean, there are definitely knife wounds.
Oh, I mean, it could be,
The
I don't know,
animal
a
is man here.
scorpion, a spider, some shit like that.
That is a failed mythos check.
That is correct. Like, oh, well, I definitely don't know anything. So I suppose if we do go up, what's the plan exactly?
start walking toward. Well, go see if the captain is okay, or if they're not like preparing him for a sacrifice.
And if we have to fight a whole town, what are we going to do?
We'll fight a whole town. Well, maybe if we're
Been
lucky,
there,
there's only
done
one
that.
monster.
Been there, done that.
Aren't you worried about the captain? I'm worried about the captain.
I mean, he's in town, probably having some tea and, I don't know,
Nonetheless, he should know. And I'm sure he'll want to do something about this immediately, or at least help us get out of town. I don't think the taxi stayed, did it?
No, of course it didn't.
Who are they pretending to? Is it us, or is or are we, or is there other people we can depend on?
Out of game, you guys seem to have a connection with the priest.
I mean, the guy who locks himself up in his. The guy who has all those padlocks in his door locks himself up at night and didn't bother to tell us what crazy stuff goes on in town.
You did say you'd come back to him in the morning and he'd help you out, but no one went to him.
And not, oh, by the way, town's a rum genocidal monsters.
But at the same time, he's the man who said, oh, yes, let's all wait. And then we come out and discover that more people have died. I think there's an association there to be made.
It's just a crazy world, guys. It's a crazy, mad world.
Alright, so it sounds like everyone else wants to try going back to the village then.
Unless you want to press onwards. I don't. I'm not sure what the etiquette here is.
I think everyone's in agreement that heading back to town is the best idea.
I'm worried about the captain.
Right, so we're going
Yeah.
to go back and check on the captain.
F. Okay. You guys. Hey, man, what happened with our voice there? You guys leave the little. Put the town map. You've gone back and forth plenty of times at this point, and you get back to town with no trouble or issue at all. In fact, you see the town seems to be going about its daily business. You do notice the pub has an extra car in front of it this time, not just the little Vauxhall that you guys rented out. There is a new car outside, a little old rundown Ford. That definitely wasn't there before.
More
Other than
visitors
that,
to town.
everything else seems normal. Where do you
Well,
want to go?
I need a new shirt, so I should probably stick at the edge of town and wait for someone to go to my room and fetch one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can do that.
I need to go check on the colonel.
Okay. Where do we meet?
At the church. That's the most sensible place.
All right. Do you want me to grab your guys' shit? At least a backpack.
I have all my shit. I don't know what you
Cool,
guys are
me
talking
too.
about.
Me too.
Yeah. I mean, you and I came packed light and ready to move, so
Mm-hmm.
Well, I could use my luggage.
Okay, I'll bring you your luggage. What about the majors?
I'm gonna go check on the captain. He's my friend.
Okay. All right. See you at the church.
We'll rendezvous with the church.
Okay, so I'll work through. So James, where are you heading? You're waiting for someone to grab your clothes, aren't you?
That's correct. Probably like on the woods adjacent to the church, I suppose.
Okay.
Because that's where
Um,
everyone says they're going to meet up, so that makes sense.
Kingsley, where are you heading first?
I'm going to grab James' stuff and we'll bring it to him to the woods, and then we'll go to the church.
Okay. And
Right? That's what you're doing, James? Waiting for me in the woods?
Correct.
Okay.
And Kerman, what's your first area that you're checking?
I'm going to the inn where we left the captain.
Okay. So you walk through the front, into the pub where the new Ford is sitting outside. You see the table where Mr. Nathaniel Shaw was cleaned up and polished, and you do see the possible new traveler, a thin man with a dark goatee, black hair, very tired eyes, wearing a thick black coat. He looks up to you and gives you a nod and says, "Ah, hello, friend," in a distinctly English accent.
Um,
But other than that, he ignores you.
I'll smile politely. I am wearing a stolen hat, and yeah, I'm going looking for the colonel or the captain.
Okay. Where are you heading then?
To his
You're
room.
currently in the. Okay. His room door, they don't really have locks in this place per se, so I don't think he's ever
The
really
world's
spent much
worst
time.
inn. We don't lock the doors.
Not proper locks anyway. You can get it open pretty easy. You just give it a good hard tug and it opens up.
In other words, the real question is, did he latch it from the inside? The answer is no.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so he's not there.
No, he isn't.
Did he leave a note?
No.
Very
You do remember the last place he was heading.
Which is where to get the phone?
Which was to get the phone, yes.
Which is at the cobbler's.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it could be on the phone. Long distance, that would take forever. Maybe the colonel has something to talk to that for somebody to talk to for that long. Okay, so all right. Well, if the captain's not here, I'm gonna go ahead and throw everything in his valise and take that
Okay.
because we're not coming back.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then I'm
So,
off to the cobblers.
okay. As you head downstairs, you do see that the guy who was the guy who said hello to you is kind of standing at the bottom of the stairs. And as you pass to head past him, he kind of says, hello there. Do I know you? I've seen you around here before, haven't I?
I have that kind of face, I say in my thickest French accent.
Ah, you came in with the old fellow, didn't you? And his two friends, I didn't really pay much attention to the people, but I remember seeing a rich old fellow and you and two other guys.
So you really do ask a lot of questions about a lot of business. You have some advantage over me, but if you have to excuse me, I'm in a very a big rush at the moment.
Oh yes, 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 of course. You dropped something on your way on your way upstairs, sir. That was all it was.
Okay, that's very polite of you to return it. Thanks very much, I say, extending my hand.
He places he places whatever it is in your hand.
Okay, what is
Gives
it?
you it's a pocket watch.
Okay, I'll palm it and thank him very much and hasten out into the street.
Okay. He just gives you a short nod as you leaves, and by that time, Kingsley, you would have got back to James with the clothes.
All right, cool.
At that point, you guys meet pretty rapidly outside the church.
Well, no, I have to go to the cobblers. That's if the colonel
yes,
wasn't
sorry.
here, or the captain
No,
wasn't here, so I'll go to the
you
cobblers.
head.
Yep.
Yes, you head to the cobblers. The man is currently attending his little bench. You see him tinkering away. He's just about finished with the boot that he's got. And he looks up and he sees you and he says, "Oi, another customer. Hello, what do you need?"
Thanks. My shoes are actually in pretty good condition. I heard that the captain's wandered off, and I thought he might have come in here.
Oh yes, he took a little walk down to the South Village from here. I think it's New Street.
How long ago was that?
Couldn't have been about 20 minutes ago. He'd be not 20 minutes. About no, he'd be about an
We
hour
haven't
from
been
now.
gone longer than 20 minutes.
Pardon?
I said we like I had to have been we had to have done our adventure that must have taken longer than 20 minutes.
Yeah,
But,
no, he says about an hour and a half.
yeah, because
Yeah,
about
travel
noon.
there.
It was about noon
Mhm.
when he left. What time is it now?
It's
It was before that. He got ambushed at like 10.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because he was like
Yeah,
doing the math, saying, "Well, it's 2 hours to walk to the next town. I might as well go."
He says it's been about an hour and a half. There we go.
About 90 minutes.
About an hour and
Thank
a half
you, sir.
ago.
Yeah, I will. Actually, I don't have any damaged shoes. Here, I'll take a pair of the captain's shoes out of his valise. The captain's been complaining that these fit pretty tight, probably because the leather is old or something. Look, you know how old people are. Could you just replace the leather on these?
He takes them from you and looks them over and says, "Yeah, I can do that."
Good.
Definitely.
Here's a shilling for your trouble. Just as a deposit. Thanks. You've been very helpful.
Gives you a short nod and basically gets to working on them straight away. You see, you probably had nothing else to do.
Yeah, I will step right out and head to the church to rendezvous with these guys.
Okay. Nathaniel, not Nathaniel, James, Kingsley, and Kerman, you guys meet just outside of town, adjacent to the church. James, you've had time.
Shirts.
Yeah, you've had time to change.
Yep.
Have you got time to bleed?
Apparently not.
Oh, hey, that's
a badass pick. I like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I suppose one of us is going to knock on the door then. Assuming it is locked during the day as well.
It is.
The church.
It is.
Locked during the day and locked during the night. This is not a good town.
You hear the 1 second, and after a few minutes, the door creaks open. You see the guy kind of peeks his head out and sees you. Says, "Oh, you're here. Ah, yes, yes. Come in, come in, come in. Of course." And he
So we'll
opens the
slip
door for
on
you.
inside.
He locks the door behind you. You hear it close. Boom. And he begins locking it. And he quickly takes you to his office and pulls your chairs up and says, what do you need? I'm in a bit busy. I mean, of
What
course.
I need to know is why tens of people have died in this town.
You didn't, did you?
I've seen every one of them.
Oh, you didn't, did you? You've been. Oh, have I still got you guys on this map? No, I haven't. He kind of gives you a look and says, "You've been to the crypt, haven't you?"
Yes, and I heard them talking about my friend. They had him there. But I didn't find his body.
You fools! Why would you do that? Why? Oh no! Oh, you. Has he arrived yet? Have you seen him yet? I say him. It's the game of pronouns.
Yes,
Large
it'd
man.
do well to be a lot clearer already.
A large man. Dark features. Doesn't speak quite clearly. Has a bit of a weird accent.
Everybody here has a weird accent.
Oh yes, I guess you would be a normal accent, an English accent, an Englishman. He drives a pretty shitty car as well.
Wouldn't happen to be a Ford, would it?
It wasn't a Ford last time I saw him, but Fords are pretty shitty, so I shouldn't make jokes this time. I'm so sorry. Yes, let's say yes. I don't know what the car he's currently driving, but he's a thin, dark Englishman. Have you seen a man that fits that description? Any of you?
I think that's like entirely on Kerman to answer, or is he just staying silent?
Was that the guy who I ran into on the stairwell?
You wouldn't say he was thin, but he was definitely dark and English.
I'll shrug and say, no. Look,
Wait.
if
The French hunter.
yeah, look, Frock Boy. I've had a bit of enough of your little riddles and that sort of thing. You know something, so much so that it's got you holed up here like a toad in a hole because you're totally worried about someone coming out here to slit your throat. So your little like equivocations and shenanigans may work with your flock members, but not with us. We're all grown adults here. So you're going to start from the beginning and you're going to spill all the details that you know. Because my captain friend is possibly in great danger, and you're just going to start talking. So I know you can do that, right? You're a priest, right? They taught you how to talk?
Very well. I can see that my explanations have no time. Where do you want me to
explain
start?
crap!
Where do you wish me to start?
Who's doing all the killing?
The Englishman, the one I described. Well, him and his followers, which
What's
are
his name?
I don't know.
So there's an Englishman who comes into town. You don't know who he is, and he kills a bunch of people and gets away with it.
Yes.
Why is he stabbing them in the chest?
You see the man kind of gives you a look, and he pulls out some notes from under his desk, places them on the table, quickly flicks through them, and you see the drawn on a page. You see the same symbol again of the hand with two fingers missing. He points to this and says, "I believe he doesn't stab them, but instead uses a claw of some kind."
Why haven't you told anybody about this?
every time I try to leave, he approaches me and tells me to go back to town. And if I don't, he threatens to hurt me.
Wait, a claw like an animal?
You're
Yes.
a man of God.
He looks to you and kind of looks to the page and looks to you again and says, tens of hundreds of people have possibly died. I don't know how many people he has killed, but God is not
I
with
want
me
to
in
push
this
it.
situation.
Oh,
Go ahead.
and you really think you're going on to your heavenly reward after you stood idly by and let all these innocent people die? You sicken me.
But I am filled with fear to the point of I have just begun to accept what is happening.
Roll my eyes.
Maybe this is the work of God, cleansing unholy people.
Ah,
I am
yes.
not one.
Get dark Englishmen going around stabbing them all in the name of some pagan god. Totally Jesus.
Well, it's
But
fine enough to be afraid, but what game are they playing? Why would they do all this? Why haven't they killed Clarence?
you see at this point he kind of takes out another piece of paraphernalia that he seems to be carrying, and he takes out one of these and places it on top of the note.
What is this? A lump of coal?
It's like a necklace sort of thing, and he says, I don't know much, but this has something to do with it all. This necklace is some kind of symbol, some figure that is important to them. Every follower seems to carry one.
And you just sit here in this town, hold like this. Look, you guys can sit here, and cry into your font or whatever. The captain's out there, and I'm not gonna let them stick him like some pig.
Yeah, well,
Nice of
okay,
you
please.
to want to do that now that someone you like is actually in danger.
James, to be fair, he was the first one out.
James, if you care more about your crazy friend, who's chopping his own two fingers off in solidarity with some dark Englishmen and can't look twice at the man who led you through who gave you his largesse and led you through hellfire, then I have nothing more to say to you.
Hey, come on, guys. I know. The mood is running hot. Let's come down. Let's find the major,
The captain.
the captain. My bad.
All
My
right,
apologies.
Kingsley and I are going out here. You can either come with us or lock this door behind us and sit here in the dark praying to your Jesus or whatever that it's his will that all these people die.
Knowing
You say
all-
sorry. Continue.
That's it. I'm going to the
Okay.
door.
I will probably start heading out with them as well, but I will stop and ask, like, so knowing all of this, knowing that there would be more deaths, why tell us to wait?
I didn't. I thought maybe you were one of them. Trying to see what I knew. But it appears that my judgment was wrong. I do hope your friend is okay, but I am not moving from this post.
Well, why don't you go ahead and pray to your Lord Jesus, because he may forgive you, but I'm not going to. And I start unlocking the door.
He doesn't stop you. He does approach, and basically he'll let you unlock the door, and then he will lock it behind you. Unless there's anything anyone else wishes to do before they leave.
Cry.
Cry.
Does the necklace look like an eye, like a monster, like a lizard's eye?
It looks how it looks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it's got some weird kind of stylized design on it. It doesn't look like anything I'm used to seeing, which is a little bothersome.
I guess I could ask, could I make another mythos roll, but probably won't reveal a lot.
You don't want to push a mythos roll. In fact,
Yeah,
I'm
I
not
don't
even
want
sure
to
you're
push.
allowed.
But
to
that's
push
why this is
mythos
a
roll.
different one.
Could you guys make an animal roll? Like maybe this is some sort of the description of an animal or of a totem animal.
Maybe. Yeah, you can make a separate mythos roll if you wish, a new one. Sure, why not?
Yeah, I'll let you guys take that. Right.
I don't have mythos. I'm not rolling.
I got it.
Oh, nice. Don't know what to tell you. Even with a success, your knowledge is very limited. This is definitely not an actual thing. This is definitely a bit weird and unsettling, but it's definitely cult imagery. That much you can tell. And it's some kind of creature that is meant to be shown off in this item. But you can't really tell what or anything like that. You just, even though your check was successful, you just don't have the knowledge. You're not aware of these things enough.
Right. But in that line of thinking, would I happen to know if wearing this thing is supposed to protect someone from this thing, or bring it closer, or announce allegiance to it, or what's the point of the thing?
But in that regard, this is a mark of allegiance, definitely.
Got it.
But not even just like I support this thing. From the design of the item, this is like a mark of ownership. Like you are owned by whatever it is that is meant to be depicting.
Right.
Standard
Very
cult
interesting.
stuff. All right, so we're gonna go back outside. It's still daylight out, right?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
All right, James, give me back my torch.
Oh, here you go.
All right,
I picked mine up on the way out.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up this pocket watch.
Okay. It's a very fine pocket watch, very fancy. It's got a little bit of gold on it.
Any inscriptions? Is it set to a certain time? Is it ticking?
It is ticking. Yeah, it's currently going. I don't believe it has any inscriptions.
Casual side note, I'm gonna take the one bullet out of the trash from yesterday.
Oh,
So,
okay, yeah.
so there's nothing remarkable about this. That's interesting.
You've seen it before, though.
Okay.
Your boss has used this and held this specific one before.
So this is the boss's pocket watch.
Mm-hmm. Well, you can assume as much.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm sighing, because it's kind of like, now that I'm outside, it's like, oh, that thing that guy gave me, I'll take a look at it. No, this isn't a note. Well, that's not a good sign. This is the captain's pocket watch.
And they give it to you without word.
Guy in a big man with a British accent and a swarthy dark complexion admonished me that I had lost this.
The killer.
Well, whoever it is, they know they probably intercepted the captain on the road, which means they probably know, which means they most likely know where he is, if they haven't already done something to him. Sigh.
Maybe we can track him.
Yeah, probably can, but it's bait. They that was them telling us they've got the captain.
Yeah. I saw it as a threat. The giving you the watch.
It totally is. Well, it's them. They're toying with us. It's what they like to do. Apparently, they're capable of committing genocide on an unfathomable scale and getting away with it. Conspiracy of. Anyway.
Okay, so we need to find we need to fortify the church, and then go from there. Find a place that we can cover, no matter their numbers.
What do they want with the captain? Question is, who shot that guy? That's the thing
Which
that's
guy?
bothering me.
Which guy are you talking about?
So we found a dead guy outside who was a member of the cult because he had on him one of those necklaces, which I've got right here.
Ah, yes, I know you're on about now.
Yeah, and so he was shot twice in the back, and not by West. So someone shot him.
Mm-hmm.
What did the gun wound look like again? I'm now like directly asking you.
Well, I didn't actually make a diagnosis roll, but it looked like a handgun.
Yeah.
Not a shotgun.
No,
And
it's
it wasn't
definitely-
your gun because I've eliminated you as a suspect.
Yeah, I should have checked.
Don't worry about it. We don't know who did it, and that's the weird part. If the entire town is in on this conspiracy, who killed that one guy? Nothing makes sense anymore.
You asking me that question?
Well, no, I'm asking my friends, and you guys don't know anything. So,
you're right. I don't understand what's happening then.
No, this
Are there
town
maybe
is
people who are actively trying to fight against this, or are they people who are?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Is this that means that this town isn't universal? Well, I'm sure there are people here who don't want to die, but we've never heard of any of this, and it's on a scale Swiftian proportions. So
Someone's fighting back, maybe.
Maybe that would explain some of the gunshots that we heard. West here is useless.
Hey, now.
You don't remember? How did you get into the catacombs?
I remember going down the hole.
Okay.
Realizing that I wanted to perhaps not give myself away and leaving my lantern behind. I approached slowly, overheard their banter. It sounded like they heard me a bit, but they didn't come to investigate, and they wrote me off. I attempted to ambush a second one of them, but I didn't succeed to the best of my memory. I had a little bit of a fist fight, and as I tried to run, I found someone with a shotgun. Or it sounded like one. And then I blacked out afterwards.
Somehow, without firing your gun and without using any sort of weapon, you got covered in a quantity of blood that wasn't your own, and you don't remember.
Not at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's weird.
Hey man, Chuck can fuck with you in so many ways.
Well, what I want is I want the captain, and I'm not sure what they're going to want.
I have 50 rounds, so as long as there are less than 50 people, we can count them.
I like the way you think. There's no safe place we can repair to because none of these places in town we can trust any of these buildings. Plus, also none of them are fortified, except for this church. Well, yeah, but we can't trust Churchy LaFemme in there.
Well, we can take over. If we have to make him a prisoner, we'll make him a prisoner.
No, he's not going to let us back in.
You think? I don't think so.
I don't think he's an asshole. I think he's just afraid.
Yeah.
Sigh. Why don't the two of you go back into the church? I'm going to go confront the guy. If I'm not back within... If what time is it now?
Hey man, I'm a really good shot. Are you sure?
About almost 2 p.m.
Yeah, they're gonna out. No, I need to go into an inn where there's lots of people, and you've got a rifle. While I'm not, I'm convinced you can slaughter one or two of them. I don't. This. I want to go ahead and ask them what they want for the captain.
I feel we should back you up on this.
At least as Overwatch. At least as an Overwatch.
You know, I can't come up with a good reason. You know, as much as I want to do some bravado, I can't come up with a good reason to turn down your guns. Well,
I'll give it a shot at the least. Maybe there is some reason to these mass genocidal murders.
I never thought I was going to get killed in freaking Britain.
James,
Well,
you can
then.
you can be my we can get you a pair of binos and you can be my spotter, I guess.
As always.
Perfect.
All right. Well, let's go back to the pub.
Mm-hmm. Is that the plan then? You're heading back to the pub to confront Mr. English.
Mr. English.
Okay. Yeah, you get back to the pub, you see him currently kind of just chilling. He's drinking what appears to be a tea, and the bartender is the ginger lady again. He looks up at you and says, "Oh, you're back.
Yeah,
Welcome back."
I had to cut the trip a little bit short. You seem like a helpful sort, and I'll take a seat right next to him, smiling as benignly as I can. Turns out I was headed in the wrong direction. I think my friend may have gotten turned around and topsy-turvy. I'm looking for a friend of mine. I wonder if you've seen him. You know, older gentleman, pretty spry for his age, goes by the name of Nathaniel West. Or Nathaniel Shaw, my bad. Now I'm doing it.
He thinks for a moment and says, I think I might have seen a man fitting that description. Older fellow. Carries a pistol with him. That guy?
Maybe. Sounds like
Yeah,
Somerville might do that.
he was walking to the next village, in fact.
Perhaps you ran across him. I've been looking for him. I have a couple of his things.
Appears you do. He leans back with his drink in hand and takes a mighty sip before looking the group over and saying, "So, what is it you actually want with this man?"
He's my friend,
pretty,
and I'm a little worried about him being out there on the road all alone by himself.
as you should be. I think you should leave it, friend. Find yourself a nice house, settle down, enjoy your life in the village.
I couldn't
That's the
sleep at
wise
night
decision.
without knowing that Shaw, when my own blood turned their back on me, he was always there with a kind word and a warm bed. He wouldn't give up on me, so I'm not giving up on him.
Yes, Mr. Shaw never gave up, did he?
I've never known a braver man in my life.
That's very sweet and sentimental, I have to say. But trust me, I assume you're Kerman, from what I know.
I'll just shrug.
Leave, Mr. Shaw. Make your own path. You never know. Find faith, maybe.
I must struggle not to laugh. Um, uh, well, sir, you may be very determined what you have to say, but um, I'm sure that a man with made of what Captain Shaw is only comes around once in a million. And
Mr. Shaw is only made of meat and flesh, I assure you. There was nothing special about him.
I don't know about everybody else, but I'm gonna stand up and leave.
Doesn't stop you.
Definitely going with him.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna look at the man.
He looks back at you.
Okay. Stand up and then I'll leave.
He smiles a little and gives you all a nod and says, "Have a good trip. Just remember, don't stray too far." So you are currently standing outside the pub. What do you wish to do?
I look up. Is there like any good like vintage points?
Uh, the town's in a little bit of a valley, a tiny bit of a valley.
Does that church have a spire? It's an
It
Anglican
does.
church, so it might not, but apparently it does. Well, there you go. Traditional place to do your mass shooting is from the church tower.
Whoa, wait a minute. This escalated quickly, but yes, you're right.
I love how you say this escalated quickly, Mister. I brought 50 bullets, so I can shoot people.
I know.
No.
At the same time, that's not the talk of most people in this village are definitely working for him. Sounds more like they're all being held hostage, of course.
Yes.
Well, they're already really. He sounded like he knew the colonel, but we didn't see his body down there, and it was on the road, so he might be holding him. So the question is, where would they hold the colonel? We didn't explore the full cistern, so maybe he's down there. I can't think of anywhere else they might have him.
The manor.
Well, I thought the manor was in ruins.
Well, it's still where all this started and where Clarence is poking around in.
Yeah, your friend who disappeared. It's probably in league with those rotters. All right. Well, we still got some daylight left. Let's go check out the manor house. I'm going to advocate a policy that if we run it, that we have to assume that everyone we meet is hostile.
Mm-hmm.
So don't tell them the truth. And Kingsley's already said he's willing to get wet, and so am I.
Okay.
For for Captain Shaw.
Yes. So you're heading up to the manor house, did you say?
We all good with that?
That seems to be the current suggestion.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to place you on the cistern map, this one. As you climb your way up to the top of the hill, up to the older ruin, you see, since your last time here, not much has changed. Maybe the plants are placed differently, but other than that, everything is pretty much the same.
Aha, someone's gardening.
It's just the wind.
Oh, well. Wind is gardening. I suppose it might do well now to actually give a look through the manor and see what is actually inside, if not just rubble.
As you get to the manor, we are going to call it there for this week. As you basically cross the precipice of the land itself, that is
Oh boy.
our ending point. Not as suspenseful as
Wow.
last week, but still filled with a lot of mystery.
It was more tension filled with multiple people possibly being dead.
Aye.
We will avenge you, Captain Shaw, or choke the rivers with our dead.
And this session wanted blood. Last session, it was like, you know what? I got the taste for it. We'll get it all done real quickly.
Yes. But other than that, it's starting to unravel. I think you guys have basically figured it out that you don't know he's a werewolf, but this werewolf is basically holding the entire town hostage.
Oh my God, I knew it. See, didn't I
Yeah.
say what animal hunts like?
Whatever
And-
he is,
He's hunting the most dangerous game of all, man.
Yeah.
me. So
And whenever people try and leave, he basically kills them.
That's
Well,
so cool.
yeah, apparently. So I don't know what he's up to. But
Well,
I'm
he's
not letting.
culling his herd. He's taking care of his food.
Well, we're gonna get Captain back or find out what happened to him.
Mm-hmm. Or mass
Or
shootout with a werewolf.
Or die trying.
Bring silver.
I do have the this new skill on my sheet. I wasn't quite certain when would be appropriate to use it because I don't know what it actually does.
Don't mention that. Don't mention that.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning it mostly to you.
Here's the problem with don't mention that. You let
You
us
can all
see
see it.
everybody's sheets.
You can all see it.
Yeah,
But you
for the
all
viewer.
know,
For the viewer.
above game, you all know that James died, and now he's suddenly not died.
Well, we don't. Yeah, I don't know that. So
Above game, I mean, like your characters don't know, but you as players.
I
know
have
that he died.
a sort of
Yeah.
completely unrelated question to anything, so don't take this as being weird. How many shells come in a box of elephant gun ammo?
Like 10.
10
Elephant gun
shells?
ammo is elephant gun rounds are fucking huge. So
yeah,
yeah, like 10.
Okay,
Yeah.
just wanted to know. No reason.
Probably
Do you
come in
have
a
a
nice
box?
case.
You don't have a box of elephant gun ammo, do you?
I have 3 boxes of elephant gun ammo.
wouldn't I have found that in your when I went to go get your
Oh,
supplies?
sorry. No, Shaw does not. Shaw does not have that. Here, well, I think you deleted Shaw's sheet, didn't you?
I haven't deleted it. I've
Okay.
taken it and edited it for my purpose.
Oh god. We're gonna
Okay.
fight.
Well, I rather mean that it's not available to me to look at anymore.
Yeah. No.
So I could not tell you
Um,
what Shaw has.
Right, but I just went through your personal possessions and grabbed a bunch of your stuff.
Right, but I mean, he brought a lot of his investigative gear with him. But my equipment list was so extensive, I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly everything.
If you want me to post your entire equipment list, I will.
Well, my equipment
Or-
list also includes everything that's at my apartment complex. That's the problem.
Yeah.
I remember
you can-
we got the camera with us because we used that already.
You can sort through it if you wish, then with these guys. But I don't. I just have
Well, I'm
your
guessing
list.
I didn't find the elephant gun in his possessions.
Well, no, the elephant gun, not on Shaw.
Right.
Remember, I'm making a new character. One that
Oh,
has an elephant gun and dynamite. I'm just saying.
Oh, I didn't know you were doing that. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
because we're going to rescue you. All right.
Well, I mean, you never know. It helps to have a backup. Who knows what you're gonna find?
I hear you, boss.
Mm-hmm. But other than that, did you guys enjoy the session? that's all that matters.
Old
Did
men
you
go
know-
down fighting.
We're getting answers now.
That was pretty weird. There's still some things I don't quite understand, but we haven't solved the complete mystery yet. So
Indeed.
there's like I said, there's a couple weird things going on here. Like someone shot and killed a cultist. So that we haven't solved the mystery of, which means there might be somebody actually in town we don't even know about. But there's no way to find out. But the important thing is I want to find Shaw. If we can't find Shaw, then we're going to have to leave. It is a little weird that there's that many corpses. That's a little weird.
Mhm.
I mean, it wasn't 1,000 corpses.
I love you say it's not 1,000.
In some sort of house. Some sort of house of 1,000 corpses. I guess then we would need to find zombies, though.
Because yeah, I need to. I'm not entirely understanding why that place was filled with bodies randomly strewn and recently killed, but maybe more will come to light.
Yes. I mean, I hope to answer all your questions, but like, of course, my whole goal is to give you loads of unanswered questions and make you wonder. That's why I love this game system.
Well, there have
Right.
to be answers, because there aren't answers, then there's nothing to
Oh
solve.
yeah. No, there are definitely answers to
We can't be
basically
like
every
a
question.
Cage game.
Um,
Do we roll
I
now
will-
for like those kills?
yeah,
Yeah, I
feel
just
free.
did mine. I only had 3 this time.
Oh, I should do mine.
I clearly brought the billiards table and all the balls with me.
Now we sing the victory song and jump for joy.
Aside from that, just do remember, guys, like combat is not advised.
No, this is
Right.
not a bad game.
I don't want to kill you all, but if you start a fight with something that can kill you, it will kill you.
Right, and I'm in particular on 1 HP, but I don't have an injury to heal. So
Mhm.
I don't think there's like any medical check I could do to like advance that.
No, you feel
Because I was like
healthy.
looking that up recently. It's like, well, you got a day to deal with it, but I guess that assumes that there's a wound.
You feel healthy, but you're not. That's
Mhm.
as much information as I'm going to give you to this point. Like, you did die.
Oh yeah. At this point, I think West has expressed his opinions on it. It's like, well, they're just gaslighting us the whole time. Every
Mhm.
single one of them. First it was mystery figures in the woods with Kingsley, and now it's pretending that I died.
It's pretty. It's like I said. This adventure was written a long time ago. I say long time, not that long for anyone else, but it was a long time ago for me. So a lot of this is like, in occasions I've had to change things because of just poor writing on my part.
Mhm.
Roger that.
So some details are a little shaky for me.
Yeah.
Like
I
there's
always
a
feel
lot
like
of
a bad person for pointing out that the whole silver that hurts werewolves is not an actual thing.
oh no, of course it's
Or
not, but
the
it's
holy water is like just, just for the funds.
Well, the
it's
holy
just
water, like I'm making fun of you guys too, because it was
Oh
like
yeah.
whatevs. But
yeah.
Well, I mean,
yeah,
holy
But
water is real, though.
Hmm?
It's sanctified water. Holy water is a real thing.
right. But I mean, like I'm just doing my character would just do that because you guys aren't gonna know the difference. But the what I mean by is like the myth that silver kills werewolves.
But that's a
is like,
myth,
Mhm.
though. The idea is that
Yeah.
we could be getting it wrong as the same way the characters or the people in town could be getting it wrong.
The problem is there's no way for us to get us wrong because that myth doesn't even start until the 1940s.
Does it not? Okay. Well, I wasn't
I
aware
mean, I
of
can
that.
imagine like a myth starts like, I shot him with a silver bullet and then he died. Well, it's still a bullet, right?
Right. But the problem is neither that doesn't start until the 1940s.
Well, that's why I said I wasn't aware of that part.
Yeah, that's the thing that always surprises people. It's like they made the Wolfman movie and decided that a silver cane kills the wolf in the Wolfman movie because they decided it had to be something special, and they just made that up for the movie.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that would be like saying, like, well, we know wizards have Horcruxes that can be destroyed because we've seen Harry Potter.
Mhm.
Um,
As well as that, the quote unquote Englishman, let's call him.
mhm. Does he actually have an English accent?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
You can't kill him. He is
Don't
a
tell us
reoccurring.
stuff.
I noticed
No,
he came back to town with no sign of injuries, so
yes, he is the reoccurring villain. I'll let you guys know that much.
Well, he's a horror thing, and I'm also thinking like we might not be
it's
able
so
to cheat
nice
our
on a
way
meta
out of
level
this.
to inform us of that so that we don't spend all day trying and get
Well,
frustrated.
we're not supposed to know these things, but also I'm not. But I am. I respect this as Call of Cthulhu, which means that you don't want to fight, and if you do fight, you don't want to fight symmetrically,
No.
which is
Yes.
usually the huge problem with that. And if it's just,
Right.
my goal is to get the captain to get out of here, but also like, I mean, I'm not sure what to make of a villain that can genocide entire populations and not get caught. So I don't know what to make of that.
Yeah, from at least like a resource perspective, it does seem like we're thoroughly screwed.
Yeah,
We're
so
already in a situation where we've lost. In Sun Tzu terms, there's no going back. We're done.
And your
I don't know.
resources are now gone.
That's true. But I feel a little bit confident because it's very, very in my alley. This feels very in my alley. So maybe that.
Yeah, you're gonna go.
Right, I imagine the three of us are probably the
Oh.
exact characters to hide out in the middle of the woods and then snipe anyone getting close.
You're gonna
for
go
like a
Arnold
few days and then run
Schwarzenegger
out
and the
of food and
Predator on him.
die.
I love the Dracula book because many people haven't read the Dracula book, and I love it. Like when they start talking about like, but Dracula's protected by all these normal humans, and the Texan just chimes in, says, "Normal humans, I know how to kill normal humans," and describes his like meticulous plan for killing all the normal humans. And it's like one of my favorite scenes, like not even pausing, dude. They're not even fronting in freaking in the freaking Dracula book. They go straight to the jugular, quote unquote. So yeah, they don't pussyfoot around. I love that. So no, we're going to get the captain back. If we can't get the captain back, then we're just going to leave town. If this is some weird conspiracy where they can murder all those people and not get caught, that's above my pay grade.
Again,
Way
what is your
above your
pay
pay
grade
grade.
now?
Unemployed, I guess.
Hope I left
I'm
my
not
wallet
at
in
the
that
murder
room.
level yet. So you guys, I mean, like nothing in this has a stake enough to get. In fact, yeah, now that the captain's gone, I'm not getting paid by anybody.
Yeah. Like
I
your
mean,
stake is just like the emotional stake of wanting to get him back, which was also my original stake.
Hope he bought round trip tickets.
He's also the guy who taught me that not all Englishmen are scum.
Yeah,
I think Kingsley
he
has
went
like
down
the least
swinging.
motivation, but it like cares about everyone else at least enough.
Captain went down swinging on a werewolf.
Oh yeah, it was definitely a hilarious fight.
Yeah, you made him pay
Yeah.
for that.
You almost could have succeeded, I think.
I need to be the colonel just so the captain just so he
Um,
can tell me that's what he did.
He only had 4 health left. So another good hit, like from a knife, would have done him. Like,
Maybe
he
we
would have
should just all roll up on the end and gun him down.
The issue is with him, if he deals damage to you, that's when it just gets bad. Because basically, the lower health you have, the more damage he deals.
Oof.
Well, it's all
One of his traits.
it's Call of Cthulhu. You don't have any hit points. I love the moment where you guys were there. It's like, oh wow, the shotgun does 46. Well, +2, it's the big shotgun. It's like, yeah. It's like, what? But I only have 12 hit points. Welcome to Call of Cthulhu.
I mean, I'm surprised
yeah.
by the character roles that. Oh shit! I just realized I made a mistake. Anyway, I just realized the character roles that the captain had more hit points than this new character, and the captain's like 60 fucking years old. It's like, wait a second. I forgot to add in my age bonus too on my education for skills, so I just realized that.
Wow.
Look, the only thing I'm gonna end up saying is maybe we should get a mech so I can start using my mech repair skill.
What?
Okay, awesome.
Yep, time to call in the space drop for your new mech.
Hey, on about how mechanical repair. It says mech repair.
We're gonna be in a very serious fight, and then this giant thud, and someone's gonna look outside. It's a Gundam!
I'm just gonna leave the word at Cthulhu Tech.
Well, if you guys want to look up Gear Krieg, or what is it, Iron Brigade? Was that what it was called?
Iron Brigade.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh crap! People have heard of Iron Brigade. Does that game even still run anymore? Because it used Windows Live for matchmaking.
I played it like a few months ago, and it still technically works.
Oh wow! You can still do multiplayer?
Yeah.
Fuck! I need to fire that back up. I love
Granted,
that
it's
game.
like tower defense, and I'm just like, okay, I just realized again that I'm not all that interested in tower defense, but it's still
Yeah,
totally
but it's a
playable.
shame because it's so much fun.
It's definitely cool and goofy.
I have the Guinal, the big sniper rifle, the one that takes up 3 slots instead of 2, and does 10 times as much damage.
Oh,
It's so great because they say, "Hey, there's a guy over the hill. Got it." Bam!
a boss, one boss.
It's my favorite mecha combat game because it's like I wish it wasn't tower defense. I wish it was a full-fledged mecha combat game
Yeah.
because the weapons are just so much fun, and the way you can deploy pods and that stuff. It's so much fun.
Yes, I am gonna have to go now. I've just been informed. I'm being too loud.
Oh,
All right.
Oh,
Well, thanks again
boy.
for the game.
Thank you,
Thanks
thank you.
again
Great
for
game.
running.
No worries. I'll see you guys next week, same time. Hopefully, we're
Real
not.
quick,
we don't all
Manos.
die.
Miles, before you go, I know you have to go, but real quick before you go, an improvement check. Do you have to pass or fail that?
Fail.
Okay,
And-
so then
and
it's a
what
D10.
Happens? What
Yeah,
happens
when you
after
fail,
that?
you
Then it
gain a
goes up by
1d10.
1d10 points.
Yes.
So I just roll randomly I roll those 2d10 for no reason. It's like, oh, that's what Raph is doing. I'm just gonna roll.
Well, I failed all my rolls, so yeah. If
Nice.
you use the skill, then you make a single roll at the end of the session, and if you fail that roll, it goes up by 1 to 10. So the higher the skill is, the less likely it is to go up.
All right, that means
Yes.
I have 8 more points to assign to skills.
Nice. I will see you guys. Oh, I'll talk to you guys during the week. I need to talk to, of course, our host about his new character, and Mr. James is going to experience some changes. He's going to go through puberty again.
Ooh,
Oh boy!
he's a real boy.
I'm just waiting for the point I get to cut off my fingers dramatically, and then die from that.
Anyway, I will see you guys later.
See you.
Take care. Thank you for the
Bye.
game. Bye, everybody.
All right.